Hey, welcome to my channel and welcome to our Halloween Sweets and Treats collab. This collab is hosted by Denise over at Dish with D. I'm sure you're probably all familiar with her. Thank you, Denise, for inviting me. This is a fun one because Halloween is my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. I love all the colors and the decorations. I love it. Every year, me and my daughter do a Halloween party for the family, and we go, with the decorated foods, and we love it. That is our time together. That's what me and her do. So this collab is exciting to me because I want to see if there's some new ideas for me, for my party. Maybe not even for Halloween. You might like mine. You can tweak it for any holiday that you want to. So I'm excited to see what all the other ladies and gentlemen have prepared for you. So that is your homework. When you get through watching my video, go down in the description box and look at everybody else's video. Everybody is going to have something I know that's going to be delicious and sweet and a treat, just like the collab name says. Now, what I'm making came off of the, what did I say that already? It came off of the Weight Watchers app. Theirs uses real butter, real sugar, and peppermints. So theirs was made for Christmas. I tweaked it. I brought the points down for, theirs was a triangle, but 2 triangles make a square, and the points align. For 2 triangles, the points align for just 1 square. So there's no funny Weight Watchers math going on. Y'all know how that works. Theirs were 6 points for a square, and I got mine down to 3 points for a square. And let me tell you, even my husband was like, you can't tell that this is not a regular type dessert. They are so good. I was skeptical because you're going to see the main ingredient and you're going to be skeptical too, but just keep watching. I promise you, I will bring it home at the end. They are so tasty. Wish I had made them. Full disclosure, this is early in the week. You're watching this today on Halloween. I wish I could have made it closer to Halloween. I would have had these on my Halloween party table. I don't think they're going to last till then. I don't think they'll last all the way until Saturday. We're having our party Saturday. We had somebody that couldn't come Sunday for Halloween, so Saturday's just as good. We're all going to be together. We're all going to have fun. That's what I hope you get from this collab. I hope you get some good ideas for your parties and your gatherings, or even just your regular old sweet tooth. If you just need a little something that's low point and something that's sweet, something that will just fix that little sweet tooth that you have. So thank you again, Denise, for inviting me and for doing this collab. It's a fun one. I think this is a fun idea. Now, let's just turn around, get started. I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, I would appreciate you subscribing if you haven't already. Thumbs up, like, and same thing for everybody else. Just go around and get you a whole bunch of new people to follow. We're all different. We all are on different stages of our journey. We're on different plans. We don't all follow the same plan. So there's bound to be something. If you don't like something I do, I'm sure there's somebody in this group that is going to give you something that will help you along in your journey. If it's me, that's great. If it's not, that's great too. So let's turn around. Let's get started on these fudgy Halloween squares. The first thing we're going to do is get our dish ready. We're using an 8x8 square baking dish. You don't have to use parchment paper, and parchment paper is made to not stick, but I like to spray anyway just to be cautious because I don't want these sticking in any way, shape, or form. Cut your paper bigger than your thing so you have room to press it down. I'm going to make some noise. Okay, now when we pour the batter in there, it's going to push that back down. We'll push it back down with the spoon to make sure. So we want to set that aside, and then we'll start making our batter. Okay, so for the batter, in the food processor, I already have 1 can of black beans that I drained and rinsed really, really well. To that, we're going to add 3 eggs, half a cup of sugar substitute. Now, I would use granulated, something granulated, or whatever you are comfortable baking with. I use the Lakanto monk fruit. 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. This is a half teaspoon of salt and a half teaspoon of baking powder. A teaspoon of vanilla. And the butter I'm using, the recipe uses real butter. I'm using the I can't believe it's not butter light. This is one of the ways that I lowered the points. I'm just hoping that it works as good. So that is a 1/4 cup. And then we are going to blend this until it is smooth. And we'll need to scrape it down a few times in the process. Okay, now that it is, you can see how smooth and liquidy it is. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of just plain all-purpose flour and 1/2 cup of Lily's sugar-free chocolate chips. You can use regular if you want to, but it will bump up your points. That's another way that I changed their recipe. So we just want to pulse this until it is just combined. Now what I almost forgot to do was spray my parchment paper out here. That's why I stuck the the can right in the middle so I wouldn't forget. Like I said, I just like extra insurance. And we want to, let me take the center out. Hold on. I'm just going to try to get all of this in there. Okay, let's see if we can kind of mash our sides and our corners in a little bit. When it bakes, it should expand out. Now this will go in a preheated 350-degree oven for 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to test it with a toothpick. I'll check it after 25 and then see if it needs to go any further. Okay, so mine actually took 35 minutes before the toothpick came out clean. So these should raise right up out of the pan. Be careful because it's hot. Whew. And we're just going to let these cool completely and then we'll top them. Okay, now that they have cooled, I have 5 tablespoons of just regular white chocolate chips. I have Lily sugar-free, but I don't think they're widely available. So I just wanted to use regular ones. And if you have the sugar-free, you can use that and reflect it in your points. To the chips, I have 1 teaspoon of oil, just regular vegetable oil. I'm going to pop these in the microwave, stir them at 30-second intervals until it is completely melted and smooth. So hang on just a minute. Okay, it only took 1 minute and it's completely smooth. And now we just need to drizzle this over the top. Maybe you'll do a better job than me. I guess you could put it in a piping bag, but I think you'll lose part of your chips sticking to the bag. You could use like a plastic sandwich bag or something. I'm just going to stick with... Maybe that's what I should have done to begin with. You might not need all this. There we go. Let's... You could probably get by with less. Maybe the original recipe called for 3, but I didn't think that sounded like enough to get the sprinkles to stick. So I'm thinking 4 might be enough. Let's get some around the edge. I don't know. Maybe we will use this hole. Because I do want some around the edge. Okay, so there's about a teaspoon or so left. Now this is just a portion of my sprinkles. I have put a tablespoon of each. I wanted to do 4. It's probably not going to take the full tablespoon. I'm thinking maybe we'll just say half a tablespoon. But I wanted 4 different looks. I just thought that would be cute. Doubtful that will drop the points down, but I will reflect my recipe. You can't hardly see that one. I probably wouldn't pick black and white if I were you, because it doesn't really show up. Now, as soon as this hardens, which I'm sure is going to take a little bit longer, maybe I'm going to put on extra for the ones that's going to fall off. We'll just say 2 teaspoons per corner, because some will fall off. But this is going to have to harden, and then we'll cut it. Okay, so it took mine a little while to dry because of these big blobs, but it hardened. Can you hear that? So we are ready to cut into this. Okay, the Weight Watchers recipe cuts them into triangles. So this is 16 squares, which I'm leaving in squares. See the texture of that? I'm leaving it in squares. 1 square is 3 points. The triangles are 1 point, but if you have 2, it still comes out to 3 points, just like the square does. So that's up to you if you want to have little smaller bite-sized pieces, or if you want to have like a small brownie-sized piece. So let's plate these up. So here you have our plate of Halloween sweets and treats. 3 points for a fudgy Halloween square. After you watch this video, be sure and check out everyone else down in the description box. And I will see you on my next video.